councillors in attendance?
Yes.
Thank you. So before we approve the agenda, we have an amendment to it. And the motion to amend the December 9th regular meeting agenda by adding, it would be a motion to approve the 2026 renewal term agreement number 1 with the city of Fredericton. So we'll have a motion first to add that, if you're all in favor, and if somebody would like to make that motion to add it to the agenda.
Move that.
Moved by Councillor Brownlow, we have a seconder, second by Councillor Forbes. All those in favor? Contrary minded, if any, motion carried. So we'll go back to the original agenda with this amendment added. And could I have a motion for the entire agenda at this moment? Deputy Mayor Brownlow, seconded. Councillor Ennis. All those in favor? Contrary minded, if any, motion carried. Thank you. So do we have any declaration of conflicts of interest with tonight's agenda? None? Good. No delegates. Approval of the previous meeting minutes. So if I could have a motion for the previous meeting minutes. Moved by Deputy Mayor Brownlow, seconded by Councillor Forbes. Now, are there any errors, omissions, or questions on the minutes? I had one, and it was the Public Safety Committee. And Roland Roy of NB Power was to be on that with the other advisors. So if we could just make a note of that and add that name, please. That was the only thing I saw for an ear, so does anyone else have anything? Hearing nothing, all those in favor of the minutes? Contrary minded, if any? Motion carried. Any business arising from the meeting minutes? All good there?
I have one,
Okay.
Mayor Duplessis. That is on item 12B with the Public Safety Committee. Given the fact that we're that close to Christmas, I recommend that we defer any meetings of that committee to January. So I'll try to get a meeting date set soon so that people can kind of get that in the calendar.
Okay, everyone good with that recommendation? Good, yep. Recommendation noted. Committee reports. We need a motion for the previous meeting minutes for November 25th for the committee. Do I have someone to make that motion? Moved by Mayor Brownlow, seconded by Councillor Brewer. Any questions, errors, or omissions on the committee minutes, November 2025?
It's not in here, but
It's, apparently I left the package. I didn't see it in
We left one in?
the meeting minutes from the meeting. So we'll have to push that to the next meeting for approval. Apologies. They're not in the package. Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
I didn't notice it either. I didn't notice it either. Sorry. We'll have to push that to the meeting.
Okay, if our secretary would just hold the movers and the seconders for that without any further vote or whatever for now? Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that, everyone.
No problem, no, we almost
I
biased.
don't think I've ever done that before.
Our treasurer report for November will happen in January 2026. We'll go to our chief administrative officer's report.
Thank you. In regards to the remote water supply, the project has been paused until the spring. I'm approaching companies that provide municipal engineering services to obtain the recommended design for the piping, shut-off system, and for some project management. Keswick Valley Arena transfer, we are waiting for the Municipal Capital Borrowing Board to grant full approval for us to apply for bank financing. I was hoping to have it yesterday, but it could happen any day now. Recreation and Parks logo. Ashley has designed a new logo for Central York Recreation and Parks. She was successful at keeping the image in line with Central York Rural Community logo. What do you think about it? And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to accept the CAO report?
Yep.
Moved by Councilor Ennis, seconded by Councilor Brewer. All those in favor? Oh, sorry. Questions, comments? Councilor Ennis?
Just a couple of things. One, excuse me, I was thinking about consistency with our current logo, and there is a lot of consistency with our logo. Just a couple of questions I would have is it important to have two logos the same background color? Don't know, maybe this makes it stand out. Just don't want anything that's gonna confuse the public, but probably wouldn't. The other factor that I wondered is, and I don't know the answer to this, is this one that could be embroidered on a shirt or not? Or is there too much going on in there to make it such that it can't be put on the clothing, that kind of thing? That would be the only consideration I would have there. The other thing I wanted just to check on, Duncan, is whether there's any updates on the fire study. I believe we're gonna receive that in December. Just wondering if you had any updates.
I don't have a specific update, but I'm having lunch with one of the consultants on Friday.
Okay. Thank you.
I guess my comment on the logo is, I seem to be fine with it, and I think with the technology and the laser stuff we have today, I think if we done shirts, sweaters, coats, or whatever for staff, I don't see a problem with really burning that on different things, so, Councilor Forbes?
And to that point, Wayne, I know with any of the stuff that we've done with our logos, those logo companies can take that and make a version that's whatever you want.
Okay,
So it's very
good.
easy to do.
Yep,
Very easy to do.
that's great.
I like it personally.
I do too.
Yeah, but I think she does a pretty decent job, so, any other comments or concerns?
I like it too. Great job.
All right, motion, yes.
So it was suggested that maybe changing the border colors to the same blue that we have on our logo.
I don't know about that. Somebody that does graphics could tell you better if that's advisable or if it's good for the difference.
Councilor Forbes?
City of Fredericton and other municipalities often have variations of similar logos and all kinds of different color patterns, like City of Fredericton's fire stuff has notions of the City of Fredericton in it, but it's nowhere near their parks and rec, so like each department kind of chooses their own, so it's normal for that to happen.
Okay.
It kind of distinguishes each division, I guess.
In a way, it's almost kind of nice to have a different one, because you think our fire logos are in Central York, either Region or West, and then there's rec, and it's very normal anyway.
Yep.
Okay, any other comments? If none, all those in favor of the motion? Contrary minded, if any, motion carried. Okay, I don't have a mayor's report, I just have a little bit of verbal, I guess, version, whatever you want to call it. I was through a doctor recruitment meeting last week. The Minister of Health was there. And the province at this moment is not blessing and funding single doctor facilities. They want multiple units of dietitians, nurse practitioners, nurses, doctors, the whole kit and caboodle in the package. And they're willing to help spend money on building a facility to house groups. Because these groups are easy to deal with. A sole doctor comes in, and if they leave or retire or move, that is left vacant. There's no one to carry it forward. Where there's a team, it still goes on. And that's just what come out of that seminar last week, that's basically what the province is kind of blessing at the moment, so. Which it makes sense, I think, in the long run. I think we're kind of over the one doctor practice and whatnot, so anyway, that's just my verbal, whatever that I learned last week, so. I don't think they need to put that in motion, so. If you have any questions on that, or,
I have a comment on that.
sure.
Horizon, who is the ones that are doing all the funding for this type of stuff, owns this facility down here and is staffing horizon facility with up to 2 or 3 more spaces in there.
But when I say single doctor, I don't mean just a doctor in that building. That's not a sole single. There's nurse practitioners there. This is a group up here.
That's what I'm saying, like for us in particular, I feel that our situation suits what they're trying to do right now.
Yes, we're already on the road.
Right. So recruiting a doctor that comes to that facility isn't outside, it's not like we're expecting a doctor to set up a private practice somewhere.
I tried.
But I think that would be very much in line with what today's government is trying to do.
Okay, anything else? So we'll move on to our new business. We'll start with A, motion to transfer the 2025 budgeted amount of $20,000 from general fund to capital reserve. Would somebody like to start the motion on that? Deputy Mayor Brownlow, and a seconder. Second by Councilor Amos. Any questions on this $20,000 going to capital reserve? If none, all those in favor? Contrary minded, if any, motion carried. Motion to transfer the 2025 budgeted amount of $72,000 from general fund to the operating reserve, and I'll move that as a motion. Do I have a seconder? Seconded by Councilor Brewer. Any questions on this motion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Contrary minded, if any, motion carried. Would somebody like to read the next motion, please?
I can do so. I move that we use 2026 capital renewal funding of $64,959 allocated to Central York for general administrative services and emergency measures.
Okay, we've heard the motion, do I have a seconder? Seconded by, did you second Councilor Edwards?
I can say.
Okay. Seconded by Deputy Mayor Brownlow. Just didn't want to miss you if you did. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor? Contrary minded, if any, motion carried. And the other motion is D. Would Councilor like to read that and move it, please? That's the new one we added to the agenda. It should be on a single page. Oh, I'm the only one that has it. I will move it. A motion to approve the 2026 renewal term agreement number 1 with the City of Fredericton. Do I have a seconder?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Deputy Mayor Brownlow. Any questions?
What is
Yes. It's the rec agreement, is it not?
Yes.
Yes. And it will expire in 27, like that, the whole agreement is completely done in 27. This is just extending it for another year,
Okay,
which is the ice surfaces in the city.
okay.
And after this 30 years, I think, 25-year agreement is finished, 2027, they'll have to renegotiate it, set up and everything new, so.
So this is just extending the existing one by one additional bit, okay.
Which contains mainly Estes Bridge and all of that. Any other questions or comments on that?
So if it doesn't expire to 2027, why are we voting on it now?
No, we're just extending it until 2027.
So it would expire now without extension?
We have,
I can provide some information here. So the council agreed to continue on with the agreement. You have 2 additional years, or 2 extra years that they're doing year for year. If you decide not to renew it, then you have to give them 60 days notice.
okay. At what date in 2027 is the entire agreement done? Early, or after the hockey season?
I would say yes.
It must be March or April of
Yes.
2027, the agreement is completely over.
Yes. But you have to go through this process again next year.
We get a fair amount of this back to the Village Estes Bridge. It's not like it's complete cost, I guess. Any other questions on this? All those in favor? Contrary minded, if any, motion carried. Is there any other new business? There's no closed session, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's on here, isn't it?
Dick?
On the back page.
That's it.
I did do my homework, I just,
That's okay.
do I have a motion to move into closed session?